Welcome to Haffbreedz podcast. We're not here to find your spirit animal. For all you people who don't want your spirit animal, sit back, relax, drink your Pepsi, eat your fry bread, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to part 2 of our episode of Gabe.
Yay, me! Talking too much.
Half-breed, that's all I ever heard. Half-breed, now I learn I hate the word. Half-breed, I'm no good, they won't. Half-breed.
Well, I'm learning more about you and just asking these tough questions because I think when I was coming up with these questions for you, I was thinking more about myself and how I would answer them. And I guess it's throwing me off for a loop too, because I never expected your answers to be so different than mine. And I think that also has to do with I identify as she, her, or her, she.
Hershey's?
Hershey's
squirts.
Hershey's squirts. And you identify as he, him.
Yeah, he, him. He, him.
So those pronouns, I think, have a lot to do with our identity as well, because for me, it's a different meaning just because I really take great pride in knowing that our DNA comes from the matrilineal side. That it's very women leadership, or at least it should be.
It was.
And it still is when we say our clans, because that's how we identify.
Yeah.
I think you and I can both agree that that's why we identify as Native now, because our clans and our mothers are Navajo, so we're Navajo.
I think that's, the big part. Because if my mom was white, then my first clan would be Biligana, or, whatever, German or whatever, I don't know.
And I think that's what I would love to question someone who has a white mother and an indigenous father. That'd be interesting for me, how they identify and what their identity means to them, because it's different for us, and even for you and me, just speaking to you and asking you these questions, because the way I see it, of course, I have a different answer for how I view the other world. And how I was treated in that world. I think for you being a man, that gives you a one-up on me, just because the society that we live in caters to men, and it doesn't hold them accountable for your actions. So you can do something and it's totally acceptable. Whereas me, it's unacceptable, and I get emotional. And I mean, that's the way I'm viewed.
I'd fight too.
But that's acceptable in the society, right? Men fighting, men being aggressive, you having to fight. I mean, and I had to fight too, but I just think our views are definitely different. That's why I'm asking you, because I do want to know where you're coming from. And I think our listeners too, it's helpful to understand, is this how how they feel being mixed race, being half Biligana, half indigenous. And I think that's kind of where our stories can be relatable. We can share those experiences. And a lot of us don't have the same experience as you do, what if there's one who identifies as Hershey's squirts and has more can identify with you more? What was their life like? Their way of thinking?
I think the place would be a big factor.
Maybe the place has something to do with it. But you talk about in any area you go to, I grew up in Phoenix. There are certain pockets in Phoenix that have strictly white that are strictly like
Yeah,
Latinx.
that's how San Antonio was divided up to South Side, West Side, East Side. Like it was all.
Right. So, but that's interesting. And in Phoenix, for me, I was never exposed to living in like Scottsdale. Scottsdale was a big deal when I was growing up. That was more the white area.
Fancy place.
Chandler was new. And I
Queen
mean,
Creek.
that was super new. That was like, I never even heard of that place until I was a young adult.
How about Awatuki?
I heard like football players live there. I think they still do.
Like Cardinals?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's just, I guess I was expecting a different answer from you. But I think that's what I like about this is because, and I like that we have different stories. I like that we're similar, but not in a way.
Yeah.
And I think that creates a unique balance. I mean, that's what.
Well, that's what attracted us towards each other was that similarity when I found out you were half breed like me. I was like, ooh.
Right. But there's also that balance that we have too that makes us work well together. I mean, we're not perfect. Trust me, audience, we're not. Every time he acts like a fool, I just want to be like, you know what? Bye-bye.
I'm like, she'll be back.
Ugly. And I will. Ew.
And I do.
And I do.
No, but remember we were talking about, I remember talking about this with you before, like a while back. Like our parents, our mothers are native, are Dene, and then our dads are white. And we're like lighter complected but the other ones like that have the white mother and the native father that I know, usually they're like they're
Same
darker.
here. They're
Yeah.
darker.
They
It's
look
not,
more.
It's not
Navajo.
fair. Just kidding. And no one would ever know like that they have a white mother until they meet him.
And then their last name would be Navajo too.
Yeah.
Because like with us, that's what like I'm Garner and your maiden name I didn't.
What was my maiden name, babe?
Odo.
Yep. People still call me Miss Odo.
I called her Scroto.
I've gotten that.
Really? I liked your old what was it? You went by like Frodo.
Frodo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Frodo. My sister goes by Dodo. Dodo bird. Toto bird. Scroto.
Scroto bird.
Scroto bird.
Scroto turd.
Yes. All right. She's got a new nickname, Scroto turd. I can see her rolling her eyes right now. So now, well, as a mid-adult, before you met me, it seemed like, well, you left San Antonio, you went back to your community of Sanders. Everybody pretty much knows you, your family. So it's like expected they know who you are.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
they
and I
know
know-
about you.
And I know I know most people. They're the elders, it's just the younger kids I didn't know, but the ones like my age and stuff. And then when I found out like it was their kids, I'm like, oh, that's your kid?
And it just seemed like when I arrived too, you only been there a couple years before I came along.
Yeah, I've been back.
And I've noticed that even with the students that I've taught getting into education, that a lot of them were mixed. That's our kids were mixed race.
Yeah. Yeah. More and more, huh?
A lot more.
Yeah.
So it's like the people, our colleagues that we grew up with were, they like the pink. Ew.
Yep. A lot of them do like the pink.
They gave in. Ew.
They gave in and
No,
got on.
I think there too is where I kind of like, just was pretty, astounded, astonished,
Confounded
confounded.
and astounded.
fucking Bridgerton.
Fira's
That
watching that right now. Making me watch it.
I'm not making you. You like it.
I'm like,
It's a guilty pleasure.
that's a ghastly.
It's bringing out the British in me.
Your white
my
side.
Pelicana side. Somebody commented that echolalia or mirroring,
Ukulele.
it's a sign of ADHD or autism. So excuse
So pick your
our
poison. Whenever we go to get our nails done.
I know I've got the ADHD. So, what's your excuse? Just kidding. You retarded.
Artistic. I'm artistic.
You are artistic. God, now I lost my trail.
Wow.
So many distractions. Okay, so the mixed natives. When I met you, I thought you were Arabian or Middle Eastern just because of the long beard.
Arabian Nights. Oh yeah, my beard was really long.
It was really long.
And my hair was short.
That, or I was like, oh, he likes ZZ Top. Ew. I'm just kidding.
Hey, what's wrong with ZZ Top?
They're okay. But, anyways.
Was I a sharp dressed man?
I didn't know you were like me. So I was really, and I didn't find that out until like a year later. And then, of course, I always thought you were young. I was like, no, I'm staying away from younger guys.
You thought I was younger than you?
I heard you were vegan. I was like, nope, wouldn't
Who
work out.
is spreading these lies?
And then someone said you were gay. And I was like, oh, man. Just kidding.
No, they said I was Gabe.
That's what it was.
Yeah, probably.
I misheard.
That guy's Gabe.
And I'm all gay. Oh, man.
I'm a hello.
Well, you want to be best friends?
Like, yeah, but what are you?
So when you told me what you were, I was like, oh my God, you're just like me.
I'm like, you're tea.
Stupid.
That's like Adam Beach in that movie, Wind Talkers.
I've never seen it.
Oh my God. I watched it in El Moro when it came out and he's all, you're tea.
Yeah, titty.
You're titty.
That's what I was trying to say.
And Nicolas Cage was in it and he was saying, Yate.
So, anyways, I wish I would have known that when I was a kid. Like, I wish I would have known that there was more in the community of Sanders. I think it would have been good for my sister too. She had, in her age group, there were some mixed natives.
Yeah. What helped?
I think it would have been good for her.
I knew some mixed ones and our families kind of hung out. But I think Scouts, my dad did Boy Scouts, and that helped because we had like the full blood Navajos there, and then I had some Pelicanas there, and then we're mixed up in the middle of it.
Right in the middle of it.
Yeah. So that kind of helped.
Let me ask you this question. What was the worst racial experience you've ever encountered?
It just, the first thing that comes to mind is the lateral one, just fighting for being called white boy.
Is that the most traumatic for you?
Well, in high school, I just like one fight I can remember, and it wasn't that big a deal. Like, but and then after high school, I don't really remember a racist, like something racist. I guess I saw it like more when I was with my friends and we were somewhere, and
Like, was
that
it about
prejudice.
you?
Well, I was with them, but I didn't feel it was directed. It was like,
At you?
I guess, I don't know.
Okay. that's not what I expected your answer to be, but I totally get it. You've experienced more of the lateral violence, and would you say that was probably more more traumatic for you, I guess?
But I felt like I handled it back then.
You did, yeah. We all handle it.
Mm-hmm.
We're all resistant, but it doesn't have to be like that, or it didn't have to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
That's Jackson.
Whatever. Blame the kid. Just kidding. So, how do you think the world views you now? Do you care what they think of you?
The world? No, not really.
Do you care about other natives accepting you then? Like, is that more like acceptance?
Yeah. I could see that being more of a factor in my brain.
But you don't care about what Biliganas think about you?
Not really, because a lot of them probably did think I was like Middle Eastern or something. But yeah.
Oh, here's I want to ask you this too. I was just thinking that, what is something that you wish your dad had done to help shape or embrace your Indigenous identity?
And the main thing is language. Yeah.
I agree.
My mom,
I would have said that too.
And dad spoke fluently. And I really wish they made that a priority to teach all of us, all my siblings.
Why do you think that they never did? That's so odd to me.
Yeah, especially both being in education, and it was like a 98% Navajo
and it still
school.
is.
Yeah, it still is. But yeah, I don't understand why. I don't know if they asked us. Like, I don't remember ever being asked. I remember asking, like, how do you say this or this? And then they'd always teach me. And then in class, I remember in middle school, I took a Spanish class. And in high school, they offered that. Now, all three schools offer Denebazad, Navajo language, which is cool. But I don't remember it being offered back then. And I do remember in like kindergarten learning like the colors and numbers in Navajo.
So now you're just generally speaking, you just wish you learned the language.
Oh, yeah.
But that, I would agree, like your parents have 100% is responsible for teaching you that.
Oh.
See, the little bit of Navajo that we know, I do try to speak to the kids. Like I always repeatedly ask them their clan. And then the other day it was cute when,
Jackson.
I don't know if this was a good thing or a bad thing, but he recognized the situation and used the word yadala.
Mm-hmm. That's good. How could it be bad?
I don't know.
At least he didn't say like cha or something.
I know. You always say that to him. He never repeats it though. But language, I think, is very important. I know that when, and then we'll have the kids on here too to ask them these kinds of questions. But when we ask like Milo, or when Milo tells his people, like his peers, hey, I'm Navajo, and of course middle schoolers suck, so they're gonna say something shitty. I always tell them, hey, introduce yourself in Navajo. Tell them your clans. Shit, Milo Yinish, yeah. And then tell them your clans, Kia Ani Nishle and Hanagani Bashishi, blah 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 blah. And then you know what they do, right? They make fun of them for learning or for even speaking the language. But that's what makes them him
Legit.
what makes him Navajo, despite his freckles and his pale white skin. Poor thing.
His hunchback.
All
You're
the all the recessive genes in there. That poor little boy. Because that's how it works. But that's what gives them the identity, and
the language.
the language is being lost, and it's really sad that we don't have that anymore. But that's 100% like your parents' responsibility to have taught you that, especially being fluent. Like there was no excuse.
And being educators.
And have they ever acknowledged that, oh, I'm sorry, we never taught you that? Like, have they ever said that?
We brought it up to them, like me and my sister were like, why didn't you guys, like, I think they were busy or something. But
that's not an excuse, though.
No, it's not.
That would be an interesting question to ask your father, just to get it from his perspective, and your mother.
I'll call him tomorrow and be like, hey.
I'll get him on the phone, on the podcast. And just ask them like, hey, why did you feel that this wasn't important? Did you feel like this was a responsibility to teach us another language? Because you have like if you look at other countries, they learn English. They learn another language. When I was visiting Aruba, their school system, they learn 4 languages. English, Spanish,
Navajo,
Dutch, and Papiamento. They're so smart to learn 4 languages. That's incredible.
That opens up other sides of your brain.
It really does.
Just learning another language is really important.
So what do you wish your I was gonna ask, what do you wish your mom could have done to preserve that? And language is one. Was there anything else that would have helped you made you more stronger as a native man, as a warrior, that would have empowered you to be strong in saying who you are and you're shaping your identity? What could she have done?
Probably just spending more time with my grandma. Just drop me off, leave me there. Like
Herd sheep.
Well, she had horses, and then my uncles were there. They had a couple cows, but nothing. They didn't have a big herd.
So you wish your mom could have just left you with your grandma?
I think that would have helped. I remember when I was younger, they had a huge Tanner Springs family reunion. There was all kinds of people there, but then it just died away. And I rarely hear about families still doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think we need to bring it back, because we had one, and that was, I think my Aunt Lita put that together, and she was really good at keeping the family together. She was so knowledgeable. She had bunch of stories. It's so sad because we only remember just a part of it, but those stories she carried that with her, and now she's gone, and it's almost like those stories are gone too.
As Danette, that's how history was passed on, was stories, and I missed out on a lot of those stories with my Che and my Masana.
Why did she keep you away, you think?
Because my uncles drank and still do. And then my grandpa, he was an alcoholic. My grandma did not drink, but...
But why didn't she leave you with your grandma?
Because my uncles were there.
Oh, and they were drunks. They probably would have molested you.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. One of them, I don't know. But the other ones seem cool.
Okay. Anyways, y'all know what happens. Everybody got that molested uncle, as in the words of Chris Rock.
Robitussin.
So, did you have any indigenous relatives that was influential? Did you have any mentors growing up? Indigenous mentors or relatives?
Well, I did have indigenous relatives, but
besides your mother.
Yeah, my mom's side.
I mean,
But
that were
as
like influential, that were mentors.
relatives that were influential or mentors.
Yeah, it could be
No.
relatives. No, not relatives. But what
Yeah.
about any other outside?
The main ones would be my friends, my close friends, and then like I mentioned before, Harvey Laughter. He was cool.
I guess, yeah, your friends could be influential. What about mentors? Did you have any Indigenous mentors growing up? Like your, like the head of the rodeo club?
Oh yeah, yeah, Mr. Good Luck. Yeah, I looked up to him. He was cool. And
Damn,
then-
that's so crazy, huh?
yeah.
I
Go.
remember Mr. Good Luck.
You got bucked off.
And I could swear, I bet Chewy was on that basketball team. I feel like I'm feeling like he was on that team and he was like pissed off that
on
I
the
was
girls' team?
double dribbling.
Was it like Pee Wee basketball or something?
I know it was a tournament. I know I sucked at basketball. I still played, even though I got made fun of. I don't care. That
that's
was just
fun.
me.
That's how you learn.
I was just like, you know what? Shut up. I like to play. I like to make air balls. Okay. I like to double dribble. I like to travel.
Carry.
I like to step out of bounds. I did all that shit. And I didn't care. I wasn't embarrassed at all. I was like, what?
What? You gotta
What?
blow the
What you gonna
whistle.
do? What you gonna do? But fun fact, I was the only girl on the baseball team. So that was cool. I did do that well. That was my big sport.
I was the only boy on the softball team.
Shut up. You stupid.
Oh, Danelle, my sister, she played, she was on the football team.
Yeah, she's the only girl
in
that's
middle school.
Yeah, in middle school they let you do that. They
And
let you play with the boys.
They
if you were
didn't care.
tough.
Like the other teams, they slammed
No, I was on
her.
the I was on the baseball team. It wasn't for very long. But I showed them up. I showed them 8th graders up when I was in 6th grade. They tried to throw really hard fastballs. I caught him. They put me on first base because they didn't think that I would be good.
Like in practice?
Yeah. And I remember a couple games that were because they wanted to see me fail, and I didn't fail.
Well,
I caught every ball.
Didn't you break your arm and then you could like pitch like really, really, really fast?
Yes.
Oh, I heard about that.
No.
Oh, rookie of the year. Remember when his arm is all...
Oh my God, that was the plot. Yes, I love that movie.
His arms all...
I know.
Made those dumb sounds.
I watched that in the theater with one of my uncles.
The Balesta uncle.
No, thank God. Oh my God. Oh no, thank God. I was fortunate there. But I remember watching that movie in the theater, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
All the baseball movies. That's thanks to my Italian father. Like my daddy. He was a big baseball player. And he forced me to learn how to catch, how to throw, how to bat. I'm a really good left-hand batter. Bada swing.
Bada.
I don't know about now. It's been a while since I swung a bat.
I know growing up on the res, we'd watch like all the movies and even like especially the sports movies. So like
Angels
Rookie of
in
the
the
Year,
Outfield.
Angels in the Outfield.
Yep.
But remember like Mighty Ducks?
That's not baseball.
I know that's hockey. That's sports though. But we'd watch that and we'd watch Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings was big. Yeah, those were some good ones. I'm going to wrap this up. We're getting off tangent here and our kids keep
that shit up.
bugging us.
They're like, can we come in here?
They're all screaming and yelling.
Knocking on the door.
It's like nighttime. Go watch TV.
Yeah, they're
Like,
bedtime.
it's so funny. Like, whenever we're doing something like this is when peak time when kids bother you. But when you're out there,
no, they're
in their room
doing their
on
own
their
thing.
devices. God knows what.
That's with Jackson. He's like quiet the whole time playing, and then when we're on the phone or trying to watch a show or
He starts
like,
yelling.
like comprehend it or read it because we're watching Shogun, And then he comes in and be yelling and putting
Bah,
stuff in it.
bah. Like, what
It's-
is wrong with you?
It's adorable. We love it.
Sure.
Go play as a choo-choo.
Go play.
He's like,
No. Yeah, so let's I think I got all like the questions
Really? You
that
learned everything about
I'm
me?
learning everything about you. I guess I want to end with a couple questions like what do you want the world to know now about mixed race individuals such as ourselves?
That's a good question because I always thought like
And this is your thoughts, your opinions.
that's what
Go.
I said. I always thought that I don't know if it's fair or right, but it's up to the individual. If they're mixed race, it's up to them which one. But then they don't have to pick one. That's why it's so weird to talk about like being both. I never really thought about that. I was always like, I'm Navajo, I'm on this side. But I know I'm different. And I know that's what I always thought about. Like I wasn't accepted all the time in that side. And so that's why it's still a struggle in my head. Like that question, I'm just like, well, I say I'm Navajo, so I'm Navajo. But what about my other side? Or what about like how others would see me and they'd be like, you're not.
Yeah.
So
like, have you
it's-
ever gotten like, oh, but you're white too?
Oh, yeah.
But you can't say
Okay.
you're white because you don't look. I think it's all about aesthetics too. They play a big role in it.
That's where my mind goes. And that's why I think like I choose this way. But what if I was like
Milo.
yeah, then like my brother, he's more rezzed out than me, so I don't like dancing because everyone, like you see him, you just think he's a white boy, but
Right.
see, that's me calling him that right now, and that's what. But it's just, I don't know. It's so weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a good question.
And then I know that the lateral part, the violence really affected you throughout this whole shabacle, the interview. It sounds so weird to say that. Interviewing my co-host here.
Shabacle is weirder to say too.
Is it shabacle?
I don't know.
I don't know why I just said that. I have no idea why I said that. I hear things. So it's apparent that lateral violence is a big thing with you. That would be good to explore more of and how to deal with it. So how do you think we can make that change with our own people or just, indigenous people, other tribes who have mixed race individuals? How do you think we can make those changes?
Language.
Be accepting.
Yeah.
Stop being mean.
Don't be rude. Yeah. Language plays a big part. And, like even here when, I went to a couple events at the American Indian Student Center, and when I would get up and introduce myself in Navajo, and then people would be like, oh, I guess that guy really is Navajo. So language. That
is important. But what about those tribes? Like, I want to say, which one was dying out? Is it Cree?
I don't think Cree is.
No, I know there was like one. Ugh.
Mohican?
Gosh, I should.
Last of the Mohicans?
That tribe is gone, unfortunately.
Mogwai still out there. He's Huron in that movie, though.
Who?
Mogwai.
Oh, I need to watch that movie again. I like the music.
Does it make you want to run?
No.
What's it make you want to do?
Makes me want to ride a horse and shoot bows and arrows at targets.
Shoot people burning up.
I'm gonna look this up. Let's see. There is a list of endangered languages in North America. And look it up, I guess. But it's pretty interesting. I'm going to start with the first one. Beaver language. Is that what they mean? No, I'm just kidding. In 1991, there was only 300 people in North America that could speak the Beaver language. I don't know why I'm getting into this, but what about those tribes? There's a list of over 100 tribes in the North America that are losing this language.
Yeah. Oh,
you're all raising your hand.
Last week when or a couple of days ago when I went to Mescalero, they said they've only got like 108 speakers. And during COVID, they lost 26 elders that spoke, the language.
Oh my God.
It's a real issue, and the tribal members that I spoke to there, they recognize that, and it's kind of like a scramble, like a mad dash too.
Well, this is what I'm learning. I don't quite understand, but I know there's different regions where, like we got Mescalero Apache here on the east side of New Mexico. Then we have the Apaches right in the White Mountains.
White Mountain, there's Salt River.
I didn't know there was Salt River Apaches.
San Carlos.
Oh, now do they all?
Chiricahua.
I don't. Okay, so is Apache kind of like a universal language for like Pueblo? Because, there's like the 12 tribe of Pueblo here that are recognized in the state of New Mexico. Is it like that? Is it the same?
I don't know.
Because I'm looking at this language list and it says that the Kiowa Apache language, in the 1990 census, only 18 knew the Kiowa Apache.
I know Kiowa, but I didn't know it was Kiowa Apache.
And then there's Lipan Apache. Have you heard of that?
I heard of Lipan.
Is it Lipan Apache?
But I didn't know they were Apache too. It
There's
was like saying Navajo Apache.
There were in 1981. There was only 2 or 3 that could speak Lipan Apache. So I'm wondering if there may be different regions.
Yeah. When I was talking about Rosetta Stone, the Navajo version they have.
Yeah.
They said if you want to sound like a Navajo from Flagstaff, because the dialect there in that program, it sounds like Navajo from that area, because Navajo and Shiprock are in different areas. Kayenta, Crown Point, it'd be a little different.
Osage.
Wajaji.
Wajaji language is nearly gone. Pawnee. Because of Parks and Rec.
Indiana.
And I'm wondering if it's like, because it says 20 and then it says 2,500. So it's like 20 out of 2,500 know the language of Pawnee. That's crazy.
That is.
Osage, they say 5 out of the 15,000 who are identified as Wajaji only know the official language, because those elders are dying and they're taking the language with them. That's genocide. Anyways, I mean, this is fascinating in itself too. The Yurok language. We were at the Yurok reservation by the Redwoods.
Mm-hmm.
It says 12 out of 3,000 to 4,500 possibly only know the language, Yurok language. 12. That's crazy. And it's really sad. Wichita.
That's
there's about 1,400 Wichita identified Wichita, only 3. That's from the year 2000. It was less. And so we don't know if those 3 took the language with them.
Yeah. 2000.
This
that
is
was
making me depressed. Okay, so
quarter
back to
century. Does it show Navajo? I know we have
Navajo's
like
not on here because we're the biggest tribe right now
350,000 or something.
in North America. So, this is really sad. They also include Hawaii, that because they're considered indigenous, or they consider themselves indigenous. I know this for a fact because I have spoken with indigenous Hawaiians, and they have expressed that. I was always curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's where back to my question of how do you think, what about how do you think we can make those changes with indigenous people or our own people on mixed race identity, other than language? Because what about those tribes who are losing the language? How do we make that change to be included? I mean, and I know that there are individuals out there who romanticize the idea of being indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
It's frustrating enough that we have to not only struggle and fight for our identity, for indigeneity, but when others come up and be like, I had
like the pretendians.
I had a coworker today tell me that they are part Mescalero Apache or some tribe here in New Mexico. I wouldn't doubt it just because it's New Mexico. I mean, there is the possibility. I consider, Latinx indigenous people too. So, but I think about all those others that I've encountered that have expressed I'm indigenous too. I'm
Cherokee princess.
I'm a Comanche, or I'm a Blackfeet, and they're obviously not. And to me, it's like, well, what makes you indigenous? Is it saying it? Is it doing those fake cultural practices, the stereotypical ones? Burning sage doesn't make you indigenous.
Is it a CIB?
Like that? Yeah. Is it blood quantum? And we are guilty of that too. Just stereotyping other individuals who claim indigeneity, or mixed race. So it's very hard for us to.
Yeah, it gets gray.
It gets super gray.
It gets all brown.
We can only talk about ourselves, though.
I can talk about you.
But that is, I guess, maybe a rhetorical question, right? Unless you have the answer, babe. Do you have the answer of how we can make those changes with our own peoples?
I do, but I'm going to save it for a next episode.
Oh, okay, cool. I know that there are people out there who may listen to this podcast, actually, who started to listen to our podcast thinking we were going to get right into it, and we were just messing around.
We got to warm up to these.
We do got to warm up.
I know it's like some of these questions, like I didn't really know what you were going to be asking, and I'm still trying to think of how to answer those questions.
And it's a question for everybody out there too. It's just things to think about. Even if you have mixed race relatives, that's just something to be open-minded about when
Matisse.
trying to identify with your mixed race relatives.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there were some who stopped listening after the first episode because they wanted the answers right away. They were like, well, how do I deal with my grandkids who are mixed race? Because I don't know how to deal with that. And it's not our job to tell you how to deal with mixed race.
Spank them.
With your mixed race relative.
No,
We're just talking about our stories.
I would just encourage them to include them and then language.
Mm-hmm. Ask them. I mean, I feel like that's my answer is ask them questions. Ask them how they feel. Ask them some of these questions that I asked Gabe here, my co-host, my partner in crime.
We tried to break the law the other day.
Shh, don't tell people that.
It didn't work very good.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
And we were, and we got caught.
All these dogs are all barking. Felt like I was on the res.
How many dogs are around
Oh
here?
my God, there's so many. I really did feel like I was on the res last night. Like they alerted the whole neighborhood. We were just walking.
Lights were turning on.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous.
And then public safety drove by.
We're all trying to be naughty last night. Not in a nasty way. We were trying to carve our name in concrete and it was already dried up.
New sidewalk. Sorry. Already.
It's
slid
not
up.
like the old days. They got smarter.
Where it stays wet like
right?
a
A whole week. They got smarter. They're like, no, we know this shit
this
with
is
you
quick-
boomers. No, I'm
What's
just
it called?
kidding.
Quickcrete.
Quick.
Quickcrete. They pour it and then it dries like right away.
We're probably going to get in trouble.
No, we didn't do anything.
Yeah, we didn't do anything. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. So for you listeners out there, you newbies, or if you have reached out and say, hey, listen to those episodes, they're really good. We're getting there. We're getting there.
We're reading stuff.
But ask these questions with your mixed race loved ones, your friends, how they identify. If you'd like to share your stories, please email us at our Gmail.
Haffbreedzpodcast@gmail.com.
And you can find all that information even on our social media. DM us.
Social media, website. Go to our website. It has everything on there.
Yeah, DM us as well too. Also, we have literature on other authors out there who tell their stories about being mixed race. And I want to add that every generation is different. So I know that there are authors out there who talk about being half-breeds and who have lived in a different time. So I think time's also a factor.
Yeah.
Our environment is.
Environment, geographical.
We're similar, but we have different stories. And that's the beauty of it. But tune in next time because Gabe's gonna...
That's the what?
What did I
beauty.
say?
That's the beauty of it.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying.
I did not get it right away. That's the beauty.
I got to watch Bridgerton, okay?
Like, are you from... What's the... When the Beatles... Where are they from? Limerick? No.
Liverpool.
Oh, Liverpool. Yeah.
It's Liverpool. Tune in next time. Gabe's going to ask me some fun questions and he's going to be really good at it.
I'm going to be so good. I'm going to blow your mind.
Or you're going to turn it off because he's so boring.
Oh, I am? You're the one to be answering them the questions.
I'm going to be like, huh? What?
What? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm Navajo.
But how are you Navajo?
I was expecting you to finish it.
Cheat. That's true. You should say that. Huh?
I should. Okay. I love your gut. And to our listeners out there, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.